Okay, so I'm hoping that you guys can hear me out there. This is my first ever live stream, so I'm totally new to this. I kind of shied away from it for so long because whatever you do live, I mean, it's easy to mess up, and it's there for everyone to see. So anyway, I'm here, I'm live, and what I would like to do is I'm going to have three drawings or three references that I'm going to put up. The first one you can see right there, that is a picture of my wife. I took the picture myself, of course, and I'm going to be drawing. Now I'm going to give 20 minutes for each reference that I'm going to use, and I'm going to time it. There's a little bit of a lag here, or I have some latency problems, so it's going to be like maybe 5 seconds, 5 seconds difference. So I don't know if that's going to be much of a big deal once we get started. But what you can do is grab some pencils. I have a number of pencils that I use, and just to show you, these are the pencils, the erasers. These are the tools that I'm going to be using to draw from. They're just, actually, they're not just any pencils. These are actually very good pencils. These are the Blackwing pencils. And also, I found this Mitsubishi pencils that I bought on Amazon. These are very nice and very, very soft lead. But because they're so soft and they're so dark, you tend to go through them very fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start drawing, and like I said, you can draw along with me from the reference. If you have any questions, please go ahead, right ahead, and put any questions in the chat. I'll try and get to them. In the meantime, let me start drawing. So let me go ahead. It's been a little while, like this morning, since I started drawing. Okay, just trying to set up here, and I'm going to set up my timer. Let me just make sure this is right where everyone can see it. And so, alright, I'm going to start 20 seconds into this one, and the reason why I'm giving myself 20 seconds is I'm not trying to do a totally finished drawing. Now, a lot of people do these drawings online, and they do any number of methods. I'm trying to draw kind of like the way I was taught in class. I wasn't taught any Loomis method or any Riley method, although those are both great, and I've been researching that myself. By the way, my wife is here. Say hi, Karen.
Hi.
Okay. Are you able to see?
Oh, okay. Am I able to see?
Like, in case any questions come up or whatever.
Okay. No, I don't see the questions.
We're a little bit disadvantaged here technologically because I thought I was going to have an extra. I had a, what do you call it's not a laptop. It's one of the, it's similar, but it's a tablet. I had a tablet, but that I gave to my son a long time ago. But what happened is that when I went to use it just before starting here, I come to find out that it's broken. It just won't start. And my wife was supposed to help me by reading any comments that might come up, but she has no way of reading it, so I'm going to have to check every now and then to see if anyone says anything. And if you do, I promise I will get to it at some point. If I don't get to it during this stream, I will respond. I will look through it afterwards and respond. to you. Okay. So the one thing that I've gone through a little struggle lately with drawing, and one of the things that has been a big deal for me is that if I'm not patient, if I kind of always, even as a student, and I still have this problem now, is I kind of rush to the finish. Patience is a big deal when you're drawing, and what I'm trying to do is the reason why I'm jumping around so much is I'm trying to compare things to what's next to it, like the distance from the eyes to the nose, to the bottom of the nose, where this starts on this side of the face and camera. So sometimes you'll see me go like this, and that's just me measuring, just to try and get the placement right. And because I'm giving myself a time limit, I'm not going to have a lot of time for a lot of shading or anything like that. But what I'm going to really focus on is getting just getting everything right in relationship to the other features around it. And first thing, I'm kind of establish the shape of the head, trying to remember that beneath every face that you draw, that there's a skull that supports all these things, and so I'm trying to look for landmarks that would indicate the cheekbone, the jaw. When I'm drawing the lips, just remembering that while I'm drawing the lips, I'm remembering that underneath it, the lips are covering a row of teeth that go around. And so I'm trying to not just draw straight lines, although I do draw straight lines to connect to everything else, but I'm trying to also be aware of the curve. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
On the stream? Okay, I'm just wondering if everything is working.
Yeah, it is. I hear you loud and clear.
Okay. So, and this is different. Even though I said I'm trying to remember when I was a student and drawing from the model, the way I draw, even this is kind of different from what I drew back, how I drew back then. This is more structured. I don't know. I'm not to say that what I did was totally wrong. It's just that I was more concerned right away for the masses of dark and light, and I tried to solve it that way. And my son is just coming through the door. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, because we don't have the, we're kind of disadvantaged here because of the technology, is that I'm going to check it once I'm done with this drawing before we move on to the next one. Okay, then the neck kind of comes here. I'm using this big pencil, and I'll even use it when it loses its point because I want to try to avoid as much as I can rendering so early on. Huh. And already I'm rushing myself. Like I said, patience is important. I hope you guys are drawing. I know when I watch YouTube, it's very hard for me to watch something and just sit there. It's very hard for me to watch TV like I used to. Um, very few times am I able to just sit there and sit through a whole show. And when I do, I always feel like I should be doing something else with my time. So whenever I'm watching someone else on YouTube, I'm usually drawing and listening at the same time. So that's to say, I hope you guys are drawing as well as I am. If you guys are trying to pick up anything, you know, this whole thing was just an opportunity to just draw along. Now I'm hopefully this all turns out great, and I'll do more time live streams in the future. You know, and kind of expand on this and maybe paintings, some gouache, which I love to do. Okay, let me just. I know I didn't. Like I said, there's some things that I am wasn't prepared for entirely. And one of those is to have like I see some people have like their like a little timer on the screen, but I got to figure out how to do that. I'm kind of a little bit behind when it comes to technology. So maybe in the future I'll work that out. Okay. So, like I said, I don't know if anybody's saying anything or writing anything right now. If you just came on, I'm one computer short here because I thought my other computer would be working and my wife would be able to read me any comments that anybody made. So I'm going to have to check up on the comments when I'm done doing this first drawing and see if anybody said anything or asked anything, and or just said hi. Can you hear? Okay. And it's fine. As long as his voice, he can hear. Let him know. Now, I know I'm supposed to have some patience with this, but I am kind of rushing it because I know I also have only a few minutes to draw it, especially now that the timer is at just 5 minutes now. So you can barely see her ear. Trying to let my head get in there. Let's see how much time I got left. Not much time at all. So I'm going to try and figure out some shortcuts, because I know I'm not going to be able to get this all in. So let me see if I can concentrate on what's important, and just enough to
Your mic is too low.
so let me go see if I can get this. A darker pencil here, because like I said, no time to be subtle. Hopefully I can just be accurate. And that's it. That's all I have time for this drawing. I know I'm cheating here. I can do that, and I can let you cheat with me. Okay, so that's the first drawing. Let me see. Okay, so, hey Curtis, hearing you fine, just a little low. Alright, how much time will we spend on each reference? Hopefully just 20 seconds, it's not 20 minutes rather, on each reference. 20 minutes on each reference, okay. Get closer to my mic. Okay, I will do that. I will actually move the mic. Okay, I'm hoping, does this make a difference? Okay, let me know if this makes a difference. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next drawing. Let me image. And surprise, surprise, the drawing is me. I mean, the picture is me. That's me. Okay, so we're going to do, let me set my timer. Starting that right now, 20 minutes. Okay, I actually felt a little bad about the first one. I should be able to do better on this one, because I recognize that face so much. I see it every day. Okay, so I'm trying to draw the big shape of the head, and that includes the massive hair. Usually when I do this, everything lines up pretty good except for the chin. I don't know why. I always need it. It's not off by much, but all these first lines are just Actually, you know what? Somehow, when it's a drawing of me, I don't know what it is, because I'm so familiar with my own face that I can just be a little bolder, or a little less concerned about, am I going to get everything right. I can go a little faster, maybe because I'm so aware of, or so familiar with the face. You know, like I said, I'm just trying to make sure everything lines up before I'm sorry for my head getting in the way. Just making sure everything lines up. Just before I start, that's why I use this pencil, to avoid trying to render too soon, because I want to make sure that everything's measured out. And okay. Yeah, I don't know why. I just feel like it's almost like I feel I don't need to worry. And the head goes all the way over here. And probably go almost off the page. But I'm not going to worry about that. So I'm just trying to block everything in here. Like I said, before I start worrying about details, I want to make sure that everything kind of just fits. And everything is where it's supposed to be. So I don't have to worry about, just the features being a little bit off or in the wrong place, or anything like that. So if I have to make any corrections, they're not major corrections. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my stump. Okay, well, that's probably Amazon. it later. We'll get that later. Okay. So let's see. Now, because a lot of this is in the shadow, I'm going to try and get these shadow shapes right. Like I said, as far as technically here, I'm still learning about how to put these live streams together. This is my first one, so there should be a timer up there. I just was not able to find out how to do that before this stream. But when, if and when, I think that I should do another stream at some point. I'll figure that out. I'll just learn it. Let's see. Now I think I'm going too fast here, and I need to slow down. And like I said, not worry about details because I don't have enough time for details. But if I just work on getting these shapes right, I should be fine. hard for me to talk and draw. Part of it is because I'm not used to, like I said, doing this on a live stream. So I feel like I gotta race, or I gotta work hard to make this look right. And I'm drawing probably faster than I should. And you know, I'm not opposed to using reference over and over again. I mean, there's always a chance that using the same reference, I would have learned more and been able to do something better than I did last time. So I've used this before, but I've had more time to complete what I was doing. Let me see if using a harder pencil would help here. Oh, you gotta excuse me. My head seems to be getting in the way again. This kind of helps. Okay. I forgot that little bit of lighting. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I just added a little bit of light next to me so that I can see what I'm doing better.
using an eraser, just in case anybody was wondering. Like I said, if anybody asks anything or wants to let me know anything, I will look at the comments in between each drawing. And that's it. So that was 20 minutes for this drawing. Let me yeah, I'm ignoring the alarm. The things I wanted to do, the very thing I wanted to do when I was a student. Okay, so let me stop that. Okay, let me go ahead and do the next. But before I go ahead and do that, let me see. Oh, okay. Let's see. Do you always use a stump at the beginning of the sketch? Not always. Okay, well, thank you, Miriam and Max. I'm still figuring out this technically, so next time I do a live stream, I'll be better at the lighting and so forth. And also, I did order a better camera, so I'll right now I don't know if I can make this any darker or lighter. Okay, currently struggling putting in. Kenya Maya Schmidt. Hey, I was struggling doing the whole drawing. Okay, all right. So okay, well, thank you for the comments, and keep them coming. We got one last drawing to go, so let me go ahead. You already see the reference we'll be using, and so let me set the timer. Okay. Oh, by the way, let me just do one thing before we start this drawing. Just shameless plug here, because the pandemic and had been going on for so long. I'm still furloughed from my job, by the way. I've made a couple of sketchbooks that are available on Amazon. When I get through with this with this stream. I'll leave a link below. You know, these are just things that a collection of the sketches that I did while I was home, not being able to work. So I did a couple of these books, but right now, let's get back to the drawing. Again, I'll leave a link to the sketchbook. So, okay, I started the timer. And let me see if I just learned anything from those first two drawings, and just go slow. And just go slow. Before I worry about details, I worry about the big shape of things. And I think that I don't know if everyone's able to see what I'm doing because I'm putting down the pencil line so light. Are you able to see?
Can I see your drawing?
Yeah. With these,
Yeah, it is a little light.
yeah. I go light because I'm really not want to make something so dark that I'm tied to. You know, let me just, and maybe what would help me is that, see, I work out these shapes a little better that are connected to each other. Like there's just that little bit of the cheek before the nose comes in here, and then I got the placement of the nose. Hopefully that'll stay true. But there's the other eye. Let's start right there. There's and just trying to find some landmarks as far as placing things in relationship to each other. See the plane right here where the cheek is. So I'm trying to go slow because I think that kind of what gave me trouble with the other ones is that I was so worried about the drawing is hard. And I'm not Rembrandt, so I need to go slower and not make excuses for myself, but just go slower because I need time to figure this out instead of trying to race against the clock. And when you go slower, you have more time to look at things and get it right. Hopefully. I gotta constantly tell myself I'm not in a big rush. You know. Okay. So if you guys are drawing along, I hope when you get a chance that you guys would put your drawings up on social, just share them. You know, I guess wherever you're at on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, and you're joining me because I posted on there the fact that I was going to be streaming, then tag me when you post a drawing from when you post these drawings. If you're on any on what do you call it? On, maybe because I'm so busy drawing, I'm not thinking about other things. If you're one of my patrons on Patreon and you're drawing along here, by all means share with me what you did. You know, on Patreon. I would love to see what you did. And if you heard about this on Instagram, gosh, you know, I would love to see. You know what? Again, I am a little bit technically challenged with the internet, with all these different social media platforms. I don't know. I guess you would tag someone on Instagram too, to let them know that you're posting something. However that works. The easiest thing for me to figure out was Facebook. Everything else seems like it just it's a puzzle to me. Okay, so let me go ahead and use this stump here just to cover over the shadows. Let me just go slow here. I'm not even looking at the timer at this point. I was doing it because I was so concerned about the time before, and if I run out of time, I run out of time. But let me just say, now that I did mention Patreon, if you care to, Patreon is a place where I also post videos and drawings that I don't post anywhere else for the most part. Sometimes I make it public, but I also share a monthly sketchbook with my patrons on Patreon, as well as a high-res monthly image, high-res image every month. So if you want, you can support this channel there as well, and I will you'll be able to get those as well as like I said, more videos and different from what I publish here on YouTube, because I try to make the videos a little bit more solid material. Matter of fact, videos that I had published on and sold on Gumroad, I have for free on my YouTube channel. So you can watch those there if you'd like. This goes in here. So, like I said, slowing down. Hopefully the result would be, even if it's a less finished drawing, a better drawing than the last two I have. I'm not worried about how good or how bad my drawings are at this point. You know, I think every artist makes bad drawings. You just don't see them. You know, Michelangelo made bad drawings. He burned them. His assistant would say how they would have these bonfires. Well, not bonfires. I'm sure there weren't that many bad drawings by Michelangelo. But anyway, they were bad drawings in his estimates. I'm sure for me they were probably masterpieces. But he was just opposed to letting anyone see anything inferior, anything which he deemed inferior for him. So his assistant talked about how they would every now and then he would burn a bunch of drawings that he just didn't like. And one of my favorite quotes from Michelangelo was that he said if people saw how hard he worked to get his mastery, they would not have thought it so wonderful. Now, that's a bit hard for me to imagine because Michelangelo is Michelangelo, but that's him talking, not me. complicated thing. You know, it's easy to get lost in all those little bits and pieces of detail when it comes to the ear. I'm trying to, but there are big shapes in the ear that the ear is a little shape to begin with that make it recognizable. So I try to not worry about all those little things, like this big, like almost like a C shape. There's all these other little, but as long as you got that it's easy to pick up the ear as an ear, even when you don't have time to put everything else in. Well, so this is going to be the last drawing. I don't even know how long I have on this, but I hope that this was worthwhile, that you guys enjoyed yourself as drawing on your own, and that's it. That's all I have time for. Yep. So as I said, I hope you guys had fun drawing on your own. Okay, I'm reading whatever questions are over there. Oh yeah, I love how. Okay. I'm sorry if I pronounced this wrong. Gorvnice. This is awesome. Hope you can do. I hope to do more in the future. I hope to be a little bit more used to this. This is the first time that I'm doing this, so I hope that I can do this again and do it better. I might even introduce some other mediums rather than just penciled. Okay, having moved the light made an enormous difference. Can see. Oh, great. Okay, so I had a light next to my drawing, a little lamp next to my drawing. I had forgotten to turn it on. I put it there for that purpose. So okay. Would I do a digital drawing session? Yeah. I think that it's all a matter of how I would set it up. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you for participating and being a part of this. Thank everybody for participating. As I said, this will go, and you can view this on my YouTube page, YouTube channel, because it'll be put up there even after the live stream. And then you can always go back and use the reference and either improve the drawing that you had or just start over again and do it once more. So and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. All right, so that's it. That's my first live stream. I think I'll do this once again in the future, and hopefully it'll get even better. Thank you. Thank everyone for participating. I'll look over the comments to see if I missed anything or if anyone asked anything specifically. But thank you. All right, so so that's it. Be back again with another stream, I guess.